What do bikers think of YouTubers? Catch you inside!
RevelatorAlf.
Crikey, what a fala that was. Yeah, so I'm on my way into work right now, and thinking ahead about another 10 or 12 hours. It's going to be about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's forecast to be sub-zero temperatures, I think -2, -3. So I've got my heated gear on, and actually it's working quite well, I've got to say. I have found it's probably easier with this KEIS gear to power the gloves separately from the jacket, so that I've got more control on the jacket. But it's working great, really good. So I've been riding through different temperatures, really cold temperatures at night with this and during the day, and it's been great. Waterproof, excellent stuff. So that's good. Anyway, on with the show, as it were. So interestingly, I get comments, as we all do if you're in the social media world, YouTube world, from people from time to time, and you know, we are a little bit like a bit of a punching bag at times for certain people, or certain comments, certain inclinations that people might have, which is fine. You know, that's the way it is. I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat. And sometimes I think, what do general bikers think of people on YouTube, and I suppose specifically, you know, who do motorcycle content, a YouTube biker, let's say? Well, I think if you'd asked me a few years ago, I think quite a few people would be a bit puzzled by it, they'll be a bit bewildered by the whole notion of YouTube or social media. But a lot's changed in just a few years, hasn't it? People are more aware of this. People watch YouTube and other social media channels a lot, you know, Instagram, TikTok, all this kind of stuff. So I think people are used to it, and then when they see a YouTuber out and about, they're more likely to go up to them and say hello, you know, if they like them, or if they don't like them, they'll probably just ignore them. It's rare that you actually get abuse from somebody just because they've watched your YouTube channel or your video and they didn't like it. I mean, in person, yeah, you get online abuse, of course, we all do that, but you know, you grow thick skin, that's the way it goes. In person, it's very rare that somebody would come up to you and start having a go at you. But you know, again, each their own, everybody has their own opinion on that. I think what bikers think of YouTubers now is that, well, either they provide really good information, or they're providing good entertainment, or it's something that you can point your finger at and say, haha, look at him, what a donut he is, you know, that kind of thing, you know. So it's entertainment, it's information, it's a little bit rather you than me, but it's also about finding out about what other people are doing around the world, isn't it? And different cultures and different opinions on things as well. So I think YouTube in particular, because that's what I mainly focus on, has become a real good tool for bikers, not only in terms of watching other people, like a voyeuristic type thing, but also using it for yourself, you know, for your own information. Or let's say you have a social group yourself, or you've got a club, or you know, an association. You can use things like YouTube and social media or WhatsApp groups to get messages out and do your own kind of PR. People as individuals or as groups have learned about their own public relations in recent years, and they've been able to move away from traditional methods of getting the word out there to using social media and things like YouTube to not only promote what you're going to do, but also showcase what you've already done. And that's what YouTube for me really does. You know, it enables you to look at somebody, what they've already done and what they can do in the future. So there's no doubt it is still odd, it is still a weird feeling trying to make videos in public where people are milling about, and I still personally have a bit of hesitation in going into big groups of people and all of a sudden get my camera out and start vlogging, let's say. But you know, if people are out and about in public, I don't mind it so much, just little short clips. So you still do get a few odd looks and people are not so sure about it sometimes. And again, it comes down to individuals, and it comes down to the individual YouTuber as well, what kind of personality they are. Are they intrusive, or are they quite cool about things? So I think, you know, nobody likes to have a camera suddenly rammed in their face, but also people are quite interested in this whole YouTube thing. Over the last few years, they tend to want to be featured on it a little bit more. They don't mind appearing in a video, you know, that kind of thing. So it has changed. So I suppose, what do bikers think of YouTube as well? I think they've slowly got used to it, and they've seen YouTube as more of a resource, more of a tool, more as of an entertainment piece now, and more of a way to see what other people are doing around the world. So I think they've got used to it. I think certainly some people have embraced it. Certainly some people have become fans of certain YouTubers, and it's always nice to meet new people. It's always nice to, you know, have somebody come up to you and say, you know, I like what you do, or I watch your videos all the time, you know, and thanks for that. And you know, that's all really great. So I say it's very rare that you get negativity, you know, in person. But it's quite often you get positivity in person, which is always really nice. So from my point of view, I've definitely seen a change in the last sort of 5-10 years of not only social media, as we all have. We've all seen a massive change, but certainly in the way I've used it, and certainly in the way I use it to not only showcase things, but to promote things, but also to provide information and hopefully a little bit of entertainment as well. So it definitely has changed from my point of view, how I use it, how I make videos or how I make content, but also the kind of content that I watch as well. I still have an eclectic mix of what I tend to watch. It's not just motorcycling stuff, it's a lot of engineering stuff, a lot of things that I might be interested at the time. I don't suppose that's any different from anybody really. You kind of access information as and when you want it. The great thing about YouTube for me, again, it's searchable nature. You can search for something that you're looking for, and the chances are that somebody somewhere has created a piece of content, made an opinion piece on something, shown you how to do it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's always right, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always the best information or the most accurate, but at least there's something there. The beauty of YouTube for me is that you could always improve on it. You could always improve in the quality and also the information, and also your ability to reach out to new people as well. So from my point of view, I think it's a process that's always evolving, and I think with the younger generation, definitely YouTube and social media and all forms of social media has really become a massive part of their lives, and some would argue it's possibly too much. For the older bikers, old guard, yeah, it's probably still not as useful, still not as well considered, I suppose. But you know, times are changing, more people are accessing this kind of information. And things like Facebook groups and Facebook videos, but YouTube videos as well, people have really started to engage with that, not only on a social level, but also for information, for politics, all sorts of things. So it's a tool that can be used, and if used wisely, can be to your benefit or can be to your entertainment as well. How bikers think of YouTubers, I think they just see them as another information resource now. You know, I think more you would sneer at them in the past, now you tend to be more accepting of it, possibly, and maybe even enjoy it. You enjoy the content, and hopefully that's what you all do. You all enjoy the content, or certainly what I produce. And yeah, you can't always please everybody all the time. It's impossible, and you shouldn't try. But I think if you can try and be consistent in trying to provide information or entertainment, and also acknowledge that not everybody is at the same level. I definitely make videos that are targeted at people who know a lot about motorcycles, but also there are other videos that are targeted at those that know hardly anything about motorcycles at all, or who are very new to the Harley Davidson world, to the M8 Softail world in my case. So it's also having the acknowledgement that actually YouTubers don't always tailor their content to one specific type of person. Actually, we kind of target lots of different types of people, and we're trying to get a wider audience as possible, and that's why I like to try and vary my content as much as possible as well, to not only show the technical side, the simple stuff, the more challenging stuff, different questions, but also rides, getting out there and showing where I am and what I'm thinking, and the kind of discussions that I'd like to have as well, not only with you guys on YouTube, but also these would be the same conversations that I might have with somebody in person as well. Anyway, what do bikers think of YouTubers? I'm sure there's so many different opinions out there, but I think it's definitely changing over the years, and it's becoming more accepting, and also it's more accepting to see YouTubers out and about filming and vlogging, let's say. That's definitely changed over the years. Anyway, it's a discussion, isn't it? Let us know your comments below, your thoughts. What do you think? How has it changed? How are you using YouTube, and how are you using, let's say, the content that I produce or the content that others produce? You know, is it for information only? Is it for entertainment? Is it for something that you're particularly searching for and you find an answer to? Let us know. Cheers. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. Right, guess I get going before it gets really dark. Ta-da.